Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to ESSA in a wild week where we have 0 weekend matches, all weekday matches all the time because it is summer and it is a 1v1 tournament, and that's what happens. It is our winner's final match here on Monday, 15 UTC. I'm this one guy, going to be bringing this one to you live, sight reading the pool from the commentary booth, so we'll see how this one plays out. We've got ninerik, we've got aimbotcone, we've got a banger out in front of us from the two players who have really emerged as by far the strongest two in this bracket, looking very strong over the course of the winner's side of things. And we have, therefore, a very solid match in front of us. Getting underway in this one as we speak. Aimbotcone going to be protecting S1, and I think he's going to be winning that one more or less for free based on background info. ninerik going to protect S13, Byakuya Gento. This is a ludicrously challenging pool. Don't see a lot of 9-star maps in pools, but we do see a couple of them here in this pool, namely the S3 Death Echo plus DT, 9.02 stars. S14 Zeroa, the Zelq diff, 9 stars. Nomad at 300 BPM. Some very challenging stuff. Tiebreaker, 9.25 stars as well. Going to be just a brutally difficult map pool that we're going to be seeing the best of these players on. ninerik, of course, has made his name of late as possibly the best speed player in the tournament scene. Aimbotcone, though, has been remarkably strong over the course of this tournament on the stamina, on the flow. So it's going to be a clash of styles, I think, in this match on a pool that will probably be good for both of them. And this is going to be the type of match where you could well see some PP records being set. There are some opportunities for some really high PP scores in this pool if these players can perform to their best on it. It is going to be the S7 first ban from aimbotcone. That is Blue Zenith, the Fray difficulty with DT, 300 BPM. Very, very fast burst in streams, and that one removed. S12, the ninerik first ban, The Dark, a Fergas and DT pick. Neither player seeming to have any interest in that one, so both pleased by the outcome of that particular ban. And as I said, I for one am hoping for maps that I know to be left up and maps that I don't know to be banned. As I am last second pulled into duty here, not prepared on the pool. I apologize for any lack of information on this map pool. S14 second aimbotcone ban. That is Zeroa, so that is that super high BPM Camellia removed. It's one of the higher star rating picks in the pool. Last ban from ninerik is going to be S2. That is Apocalypse Ragnarok diff by Lucent. That one only 234 BPM, so I'm assuming that's more of the flow stamina unless it's finger control. Somewhere in that one of those ballparks, dare I say. And so in we will go. It's ninerik to pick first to get this match underway. We'll see what these players have in store for us this morning as we get things started. Plenty of different types of options throughout this pool, different tapping-based skill sets. Of course, the accuracy going to be key as it is the win con here. See if he goes into maybe the protect early pick, and he does indeed do just that. It's going to be S13. ninerik first picking his own protect. Byakuya Gento, the X difficulty by ignore this. Only 192 BPM, but this is a very challenging sort of gimmicky finger control if it's anything like most of the maps of this song. and should be a very fun one to get us going. ninerik in all caps. I guess I have to yell his name every time. It's like MF Doom, you know? Capitalize the man's name when you speak of him. But we'll see how this gets started. GLHF's coming out. Everybody loves 1v1s. Things happen very quickly. Will be ninerik first pick here. His own protect. Map number 1. And yeah, this is a comma map. Just finger control abounds. Lots of doubles and weird stuff. You're going to see some breaks. You're going to see some act drops. It's just going to happen. Very quick doubles as well. So challenge for the finger control. A challenge to keep your aim control intact as well. And it will be early advantage to aimbotcone. This is a pretty quick one. Just 1 minute and 18 seconds. And he will take about a 1% accuracy lead through these first sections. ninerik struggling a bit. Some more drops. Some more hundreds coming out. aimbotcone, though, going to suffer a bit as well, and we're back to basically dead even. It can switch up so fast on you through these challenging patterns. Find a couple misses, drop a couple hundreds, and all of a sudden your act just plummets. Now, this is going to stay pretty close. It is back and forth the whole way through the middle third. They're not favoring either player too much. 1% accuracy lead for ninerik, though. Into the last quarter of the map. A few hundreds and misses in the lead. Dropping some more act, though. aimbotcone matching, unfortunately, not able to make anything of those drops from ninerik, and back over 90% he goes, and should be able to take his first pick here, barring some crazy act drops in the end. And that is going to do it. ninerik takes his first pick, a very quick one, a very back and forth affair. Despite aimbotcone doing better in the miscount, the combo, and the score v2 departments, ninerik emerging with the 1% higher accuracy, and that's going to be his own first point via his own first pick. 1-0 goes the early lead. And if that's a sign of what's to come in this match, we're in for a treat, as this was a battle back and forth throughout the entire pick. We'll go over to aimbotcone. Did protect the S1, is going to first pick it. So both players opting into their protects with their first picks. And our referee's internet died. I don't know if our streamer has IRC open. The streamer can take over, since they were, of course, ad refed. Assuming they had IRC open before they open the client, may have to do some fast calculations here, get the client closed, open IRC, reopen the client. The strategy there, if necessary, we'll see what happens. But it is the first pick S1 for aimbotcone regardless, and we'll get that sorted out on the back end here. All right, June is back, so we are good to go. And it will be Cyber Inductance 1.4x, just an absolute brute of a 267 BPM stamina pick. Just incredibly long streams in this one. And as we reload here, we'll hopefully get that map selected and get it going. All right. Well, we have people in. We have a streamer. We have a ref. We have multiple people. So hopefully this will be able to be resolved quickly here before anybody loses their warm up. So S1 loaded up and ready to go. This is like a super aimbotcone pick, I think, based on what I've seen from him on the stamina flow over the course of the tournament. He's been really good at these types of picks. ninerik, I think, probably has the advantage on like the raw high BPM stuff, and kind of finger control and bursts. But aimbotcone, I think, in a good spot in this match when it comes to the longer stream and stamina. But we'll see. We're actually both SSing the first gender combo. All right. And away we go. It's just combo on top of combo on top of combo on top of combo. And it's going to be first break to come from aimbotcone. So it's going to be ninerik taking the advantage at the start of the pick. Not quite a quarter of the way through. He will have the 0.4% accuracy lead. As we get a little bit of a Bancho freeze here. Hopefully this will sort itself out rapidly. No panic. We go back in. We continue onward. We do have breaks from both. Oh my, what did we miss, brother? We went from Eric on a 99 ACFC and aimbotcone on high 98s, and now it's 95 and 96. I'm confusion. And now the client's gone completely. Oh, dear me. All right, technical difficulties. Surely that's Bancho. We reload here. I don't know. I mean, it's 95 and 96. I don't know that it's just Bancho anymore. I would really like to know what we missed in those 30 seconds. I am absolutely clueless as to what happened. Well, your stamina runs out, I guess, regardless, but 96.8 for aimbotcone, 96.2 for ninerik, so Cone taking over that advantage, but still anybody's game. A lot of maps to go, and this one just does not let up on you in terms of the stamina requirement. Over 97 for aimbotcone, really good stuff there. How long it can hold. ninerik just a bit behind. Not really too much separating the players. About 0.3%. One stream can eliminate that gap very quickly. It's a big drop from ninerik, though, down to 96.6. aimbotcone still at 97.2. That is a decent lead, to be honest, when you consider just how combo dense this map is. It takes a little bit longer for accuracy to change than it might otherwise. Lead looking pretty good here for aimbotcone. A lot of hundreds dropped on that stream from ninerik. Meanwhile, aimbotcone holding on to solid accuracy over these last couple hundred combo. ninerik, it seems, has run out of stamina, and this one is basically over now, dropping all the way down to the 94% range. aimbotcone still hanging on strong at the 97. Does find a big chain 100 and miss section there, but ninerik continuing to struggle with the stamina at the end here. And this is going to be aimbotcone bringing it on in. This one's going to look a lot more brutal than it actually was. The back and forth nature of this map for the first 3 quarters going to be a little bit overridden by ninerik struggling at the end there once the stamina gave out. But that is a very solid play from aimbotcone to drop the 97 AC. And a well-earned point. Both players first picking their protects and both players winning their protects is a good way to start off a match. And it will be the S6 coming in next for ninerik. So we are going to go into Soil the Stillborn. And this is just raw high BPM. This is up at 320. Your definition of this as a quality song to listen to may vary. This is going to be hard rock. This is going to be 320 BPM for 4 minutes. This is that background is not that just I don't like this background with this song. That's about the least fitting background I've ever seen in my life. But again, this is, I think, the area where ninerik is going to have the advantage in this matchup. Just pure speed, I do believe, favors him by a little bit compared to stamina. As long as there's sections for him to kind of regain the stamina over the course of a map like this, the pure 320 is, I think, a little bit in his favor. And that's, as you can see, like already an early 6% accuracy lead. Just how he wanted this to start out, just how you draw it up when you're picking this map. And we're just going to watch and let this play out for a little bit here in this first quarter of the map, because you can kind of see how this is going already, with aimbotcone struggling a lot on these bursts down at 92, ninerik up near the 99%. As you see, just not a whole lot changing over the course of this map. ninerik continuing to build a gigantic combo, continuing to hold nearly 98% accuracy. aimbotcone doing what he can to hold on, but it's down at 90%, and not much ground being made up at any point in this map. aimbotcone really never able to find accuracy where ninerik can't. Instead, it's just staying pretty level, that 7% and change, the accuracy gap between the two players. Kind of said at the start, right? This is a matchup where they are both very good tapping players, but they're kind of good at different aspects of the tapping skill sets. And that makes for some maps that can be a little bit one-sided at times, that one player is comfortable on, the other player just really isn't. We've seen that a couple maps in a row now. First map was very close, but now the second and third going the way of the player selecting them pretty heavily. As mentioned in chat, it's a pure speed with a lot of finger control skill as well, versus just a raw stamina flow player, which is a really interesting matchup in a tournament like this, with tools that do suit both of those skill sets as long as you are comfortable on your own picks. So, anybody else feel like this map is a little underweighted? Like, Hard Rock 97.2 AC is like not even 800 PP on this. This kind of feels underweighted, I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, ninerik doing what he does best, opting into high BPM speed. Hard rock applied, doesn't matter, brings it on home. It's gonna be a 97 AC, perfect combo FC for ninerik on his own second pick. As everybody expected, 8.7 star, just raw speed 320 BPM pick, getting an FC on a finals pool in this tournament. Yep, everybody anticipated that to happen. And yeah, that is, I believe, a bit under 800. To me, that kind of feels underweighted, but I am not an expert in speed PP. No, that's nowhere. That's unfortunately quite a bit shy of tourney PP record. Either way, though, a very good play from ninerik. A very good first couple of picks for these guys. First 3 maps won by the player picking them without too much difficulty. And aimbotcone gonna go all the way to the bottom of the pool. Gonna go to S17 Darkness Parade. This is that flow aim hidden 2 from last year's OWC. It was hidden 1 in that tournament, but it's AR8. I don't know why they did what they did with this. Even the description has hidden 2 with the 2 crossed out and replaced with a 1. But this was a low AR, low BPM flow pick in OWC, being repurposed here as a DT, so it's gonna jump up to 240 BPM AR 9.7, but also notably CS5, so a little bit more testing on that precision flow instead of just the kind of raw tapping mechanic aspect of it. And we have a BRB. I don't actually know what's going on. I'll tell you when I know. Looks like maybe a problem with the map loading in, which is interesting. Well, this got ranked before it got put in this pool, so not entirely sure. Hopefully we get that sorted out, because I would, of course, like to see the map be played. All right, well, there you go. We're missing the updated map, so hopefully get that sorted out. We'll be back with you in a moment's time. I unfortunately don't have my tourney client open or anything, so I cannot check in on this. But I think we're loading back in. So there we are. Unfortunately, already 2/3 of the way through, and 2/3 of the way through in an absolute battle. 95.5, 95.6. Pretty much even on both sides. That's a big drop there from ninerik, though, and advantage goes on over to aimbotcone. Holds through slightly awkward flow patterns. Big drop there from aimbotcone as well, though. If ninerik can bring some solid combo and accuracy into this ending, it's comebackable for him if aimbotcone continues to have a little bit of trouble. But slow ending here means that looks unlikely. And yeah, that's going to go into these slow sliders at the end. And that is going to be victory. aimbotcone sadly missing the majority of that map, but you can see that it was quite close. 95.6 versus 95.18. The miscount harming ninerik there. 12 misses against the 9 of aimbotcone, despite the lower 100 count. And we'll get things sorted back out and get you back into this as soon as we can. Score, of course, just a nice level 2-2, no breakpoints as of yet in this best of 13. So we do have a long way to go. We got a lot of maps in front of us. So once we get back in, we'll have the next pick to come from Mr. ninerik. We'll see if he can continue looking as strong on his third pick as he did on his first 2. Having a little trouble with the Tosu client. It is Kagami no Mary Sue the pick. So that is S9. And we're getting into it. There we are. And we are back together. Tricky fingered control, a little bit of aim as well. This is another one with slightly smaller circles. This is CS 5.2. ninerik opting into the hidden on this pick. Interesting decision there. I don't know the particular purpose that it serves on this map compared to the others, but it's working out quite well for him as he's holding 98 versus the 95 on aimbotcone. Again, ninerik just on these higher BPM raw speed tests has been very strong so far. This one at 270, so another good option right in his wheelhouse. And once more, it's just a pretty sizable lead that doesn't look to be going anywhere anytime soon. 1/3 of the way through, 98.4 versus 96. Even with the big combo there from aimbotcone, sadly, a couple percentage behind on the accuracy makes it largely irrelevant that he is holding that big combo. Needs ninerik to struggle with ACK in at least one section here. Needs to hold solid ACK for himself if he wants to bring this one back. A few more hundreds, another couple drops there from ninerik, but I mean, still over 98, still a 2% accuracy lead, so really not a big concern. This is another one of the pretty long maps in this pool, over 3 minutes, which in a speed tournament, man, that's absolutely brutal. You just do not get a break. And once more, though, it's ninerik on these higher BPM picks, looking the stronger player by a pretty considerable margin. 2% accuracy lead coming into the last quarter of the map. Both players do suffer a few breaks and accuracy drops here and there in this section, but it is staying pretty even, and that is in ninerik's favor. And as we get another little pause here, it's going to be a ninerik point, basically guaranteed. Just a matter of what that final margin ends up being. And it ends up holding steady right at about that 2%. That is going to be another point to ninerik. Again, aimbotcone, really solid combo, 1445, higher score by 150k. But ninerik just the stronger accuracy player on these types of maps. And that is 3 picks in a row in his favor of his own. Aimbotcone will look to match that and tie it with the S4 pick coming up next. That is crystallized. The Smoothie World Top Diff. This is a classic. This is like just some nice tech DT, which I'm not entirely sure I anticipated this coming out of aimbotcone's side. This one, obviously, you know, tech sliders, techie bursts, very, very challenging finger control section, 260 BPM in the second half of the map. This is one that I am quite familiar with, fortunately. We'll see how it goes. This is an exciting one to see between these two players. I'm really looking forward to this. This is such a cool map. It's an absolute classic. Really nice Camellia song as well. So we'll get into it here and look to continue this streak of points won. No break points as of yet as we enter our 6th map of this match in the winners final. A little bit of struggles for both players keeping the accuracy up through this intro section. Sliders and bursts. A second to just kind of chill here in this slightly slower section. Then comes the build up into the first big drop. Accuracy looking very similar, 97.8 to 97.5, just a couple hundred separating the players. Aimbotcone on that lower combo doesn't really make a big difference. And here we go. The jump section catches out aimbotcone. ninerik holds on through it, and he'll take the accuracy lead and immediately up by 1%, but does drop a bunch of 50s to drop that back down a little bit. We'll see what kind of damage can be done in this first tougher section of the map. Some jumps, some slider aim, some bursts. Looking pretty good. Both of them holding strong. 98.1 and 97.6. Not a lot separating. There's a drop from ninerik. It's going to drop him down below. In fact, aimbotcone going to take the advantage there, but it is dead even now. Exactly even on accuracy into the break. A couple more hundreds drop from aimbotcone will give ninerik the lead, but it is by the barest of margins, just a 0.24%. That's just a couple hundreds, maybe a miss or two. We're going to go into this second kind of slower section. It's going to build up into the finger control portion of this map that really will decide the outcome, I think. It is doubles, triples, quads, quints, everything you can imagine coming in the back court third of this map. Here we go. This is exciting times in this part of the map. If you can hold accuracy through here, you're doing quite well for yourself. Few hundreds drop there for ninerik, a break as well. aimbotcone hitting some hundreds, but keeping the combo up. And that accuracy in favor of ninerik by about 0.5, 0.6%. A little bit more aim now to come in after the finger control section, but ninerik has established himself a 0.7% lead. Make that nearly a 1% lead as aimbotcone struggles a little bit. And coming down to the last sections of the pick, it is in ninerik's favor. 0.6%, 0.8% accuracy advantage. I am seeing drops in this slow section. The hundreds catching out ninerik a little bit, but not going to be enough. This came back closer than it probably should have. ninerik a bunch of hundreds in the outro. aimbotcone holding his accuracy a little stronger, but fortunately ninerik did not give up quite enough to give the point away. And that is going to be the first break point of the match on map number 6. It's a victory on Crystallize. This time, ninerik doing everything better. Higher combo, lower miscount, fewer hundreds. Did have the higher 50 count, but otherwise, everything working his way on that. You know, I kind of questioned that just a little bit as a pick for aimbotcone, and it seems to be validated with the break point. And ninerik now in the lead, 4-2. His own pick to come here. If he can consolidate that break point, man, this will be a good spot for him to be in, making it a 5-2 lead if he's successful on his next pick. And I just want this to be cycle hit. Like, I don't care. I just want this to be cycle hit. Like, please. And it is. Thank you, ninerik. It is cycle hit DT picked. I don't think I need to do any explaining of this one. You all know. If there's a player in the world who's watching a tournament like this who doesn't know cycle hit DT, then they have been living under possibly the world's largest and most dense rock for about the last 6 years. A modern classic, one of the Osu Stonehenge DT maps. You know it, you love it, and we're getting it here as ninerik looks to push this to a 5-2 lead. In we will go. Distinct sections in this map as the artists trade off throughout the music. Kase Hardcores, some of the most famous JEDM producers present in this one. It is all hype all the time. And in we go, Genki Collective section. It is going to be early advantage to aimbotcone, holding through the intros a little better, but it sends right on back. The cut streams will catch everybody out all the time, and ninerik is going to take the lead back over. Coming out of section number 1, it is a 1.4% accuracy lead for ninerik. just a better job in that portion of the map. Next up, it'll be the Camellia section. Big drops there from aimbotcone. Falls all the way down to 92% as he fell completely off the stream. The kick slider jumps come into play, and ninerik is all over it, holding near 98% accuracy through this portion. This is ridiculous play from him. Aimbotcone falling behind by over 5% as we come out of the Camellia section. Near 98 accuracy for ninerik. Just an amazing job so far. 1/3 of the map to go. 2/3 to come. 1/3 down. In the seat show, you already know what is about to hit. ninerik up 4%. How much can he push it in this next section of the map? Here we go. And through that section, ninerik continues to maintain his advantage. It's a 3% accuracy lead through 2/3 of the song. aimbotcone, a distant second place on this pick. Can only watch. Hope for the best. Not a ton that he can do here. ninerik is shredding this map. Nearly 98 AC. Does still, of course, have the collab section to come. The last portion of the map. Intensity builds to a fever pitch here. Can he reach 98%? Can he continue on to this rampage on this pick? And here we go. Last section. ninerik on a tear on this pick. Near 97.6 accuracy. aimbotcone down at 94. This is just looking better and better. ninerik gonna take this point. Just gonna be a matter of the margin. With a great performance on cycle hit. And there you have it, 97.43 to 93.77. ninerik in the driver's seat the entire way through that pick. A good one for him in every facet. Consolidates the breakpoint, 5-2 lead. aimbotcone on the back foot as ninerik looks to put the pedal to the floor. Pick will go over to aimbotcone. Does still have chances to get back into this match. And it is going to be the S15 pick. That is Lasting Promise. The Zelq and Panda collab difficulty with Hard Rock applied. Raw speed in this one. This is a Nomad 5 of all time. Corsair's closed diff from a while back, actually. This was a couple years ago now. I'd say it's a 2021 closed Nomad 5. In longer than you'd think, you know? Minute 48, so it's another one of the shorter maps in this pool, and it's starting off quite well for aimbotcone through that intro. 98 accuracy, 91 for ninerik. And it falls, I would think, kind of more along the lines of what ninerik has been liking in this match, with it being somewhat higher BPM, but does have that draining stamina aspect to it. But both players seeming to struggle a little bit in the early goings. aimbotcone getting the worst of it, though. It's a 1.6% accuracy lead for ninerik. 1/3 of the way through. See how long he can hold on, and the answer is not too long. Some accuracy drops, the breaks coming in. And that lead is not solidified by any means. 0.6 can go away in a hurry if you have trouble with just one burst, one pattern. But for now, it will be ninerik maintaining the advantage. Both players struggling a little bit in this last third. 0.6, 0.7% lead for ninerik. Let's see what he can do coming into the last quarter of the map. Oh, that's a huge drop. Multiple misses and hundreds, and the lead goes on over to aimbotcone just like that. Does drop a couple hundreds of his own, though. And there's another 100, so this lead is tenuous at best. It's 0.1% accuracy. Every 100 counts into the ending here, but instead they're just going to both SS the count. No, it is aimbotcone dropping a couple of hundreds. ninerik takes the lead. It goes back over. It flickers. Every 100 matters. It's dead even. Wait a second. We're going to come into the very ending. This is going to be on a knife's edge, and at the last moment, it's by maybe 1/100. ninerik taking the point. I mean, my God. 96.82 versus 96.77, 0.05% accuracy. And ninerik with another break point pushes it to match point 6-2. And that was as close of a map you will ever see. And it's a very quick entrance into our next pick, possibly the final map of this match. ninerik selecting it up 6-2 is gonna go into S5, 290 BPM, very short again, just 1:18 seconds, but once more, ninerik liking these higher BPM picks. Another one in this skill set, going to start with ninerik taking the early advantage. 1% actually does drop a miss and a couple more hundreds, so that's going to quickly move it down to just 0.5%. And okay, there, okay. Got the player synced back up here halfway through. It's 99, I think, accuracy for ninerik. He's got to catch up. I don't think aimbotcone. That's not like a DC, right? There we go. Yep, we're just waiting for him to match up in sync in the client. ninerik going to be up by 2%. He is looking strong yet again. All of his own points just going his way with some authority. Really, ninerik just putting his stamp on this match, on this pool, on this tournament. aimbotcone, took advantage of a couple of those early picks, but after his first two selections, really did unfortunately fall apart, and that is going to be the match. Looks like we got a little behind there, so the players did the players just instantly leave the lobby? Yeah, they're just both gone. They were both gone within like 5 seconds of the match ending. I'm not really sure what the story is there, but they just pieced the scene. Well, that's a little anticlimactic, unfortunately, but that is the match. They're just out of here. ninerik takes the lead, takes the victory. It's going to be 7-2. It's a speed tournament, and they sped their way out of the lobby. 7-2 final score. ninerik, your victor and your first entrant into the grand finals. He will be in the winner's side of grands next weekend. We'll find out who his opponent ends up being. Could be aimbotcone again, or it could be the winner of our following match. We have coming up in about 15 minutes, Chaconi versus Window Life. 9 a.m. Window Life Monday morning match. Osu players, man. But that's going to be in just a few minutes. So for now, congratulations to ninerik. Very well performed match. Well done to him. And aimbotcone drops the losers. He'll have his chance against the winner of Chaconi Window Life to climb back up into the grand finals for that rematch. We'll see what happens on the other side of this break. It's going to be about 10-15 minutes. We'll be back with you for the last match in finals week here at ESSA.
2, 1.
Alrighty, everyone, welcome back to ESSA Finals week. As our Monday matches continue onward, it is our final match of this finals week. It will be Chaconi versus Window Life in the losers bracket for a spot in Grand Finals week, a spot in top 3 on the line here between two players who were pretty dominant in their first matches this week several days ago. Chaconi Raf is one of the earliest matches I've ever seen in a week, played on Tuesday. Chaconi with a quick 7-0 victory there. And then on Wednesday night, Curtis versus Window Life. Window Life winning that one 7-4 to get into this particular matchup. I'm just gonna comment on it. Like, this is one of the most bizarre weeks of scheduling I've ever seen in any tournament. You have a Tuesday match, a Wednesday night match, and then 2 Monday matches. No matches on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, because I guess that's just how it goes. But I do think this should be a pretty interesting matchup. Kind of a similar situation to our last match between ninerik and aimbotcone, where it feels like you have one player who is probably better at kind of the raw speed and stamina types of skill sets, and one player who maybe can be a little better on some of the kind of finger control and tech stuff. Window Life has shown himself to be really capable on those types of maps. Now, that all being said, Chaconi, I think the favorite in this one, generally speaking, a little more consistent in tournament play. His skill floor and skill ceiling, I think, are a little bit closer together. But if Window Life can find some good picks and some good options in this pool, definitely a match that can be very close, very contested, that either player could end up winning. We're getting the players organized here into pick and ban and protect order before we enter our ban and protect phase. So, looking back over the matches here, pretty decent variety of picks in both of these guys' previous endeavors. Window Life looking quite strong on the ACK on some of the finger control picks, kind of as expected. Byakuya, Gento, very good. Gento, very good score there. Also good on some of the high BPM stamina stuff, though. I mean, his score on Soiled is Stillborn, 94. Pretty solid there as well. But we are getting into it. It's going to be the S1 Protect for Window Life, S14 Protect for Chaconi. So that will be back-to-back matches with S1 protected, and S14 this time going to be protected instead of getting banned out. So the Zero Protect means that we'll probably be seeing that one. S7 first ban. Blue Zenith going to be banned again here, 300 at BPM. Just speedy, man. I don't know. It's just pretty speedy. Window Life banned that out against Curtis as well, so not surprised to see him run that one back. Gonna be S17 getting banned out by Ciccone. So that will be Darkness Parade. We didn't get to see all of that one last match. We had some stream client issues there. Missed out on a bunch of Darkness Parade, but that's a pretty tough low stream 240 BPM pick. Gonna be S16 next for Window Life banned out. So it's gonna be Happy Synthesizer gone. Your finger control test there with the DT on. We will see the S9 as the following band. Kagami no Mary Sue going to be removed as well. And so into this match we will go. First picks come from Ciccone. See how he wants to get this one started. First pick in his previous match. He went with S7, which is banned out here. So gonna have to switch that up. Maybe an S4, that was his second pick there. 7-0 sweep, didn't have to probably do that much thinking in that match. It's gonna be the S14, so he's gonna first pick the Protect. We saw both players first picking their Protects last match. It's gonna be starting things off similarly here. Zeroa, Zelq Diff, 301 beats per minute. Nomad, 9 stars, minute 51. And, well, it's Zeroa. It's really, really, really fast. And here we go. See how these players fare on our first map of our final match of this week. Gonna be first break Ciccone, but he did establish himself a little bit of an accuracy lead already. And you can kind of see Window Life struggling quite a bit. Like a lot on this intro. You know, Window Life good at the tapping mechanics, maybe not so much at the raw high BPM. Kind of similarly to what we saw last match, where ninerik was just way better at the super high BPM picks than was aimbotcone. And that's how this match is starting off on the first pick, where it is an 8% act lead already for Ciccone, not even halfway through. Looking quite good for the Russian player. Also, I will discuss this, I suppose, the schedule in between maps. But remind me, I want to bring that up here out of, kind of an interest. But it is Ciccone holding on to a 6% accuracy lead for now. Kind of aimey this one, obviously, but the burst. Oh my God, Ciccone just vanished. That was like 4 misses in a row. Not what you want to see. Luckily for him, he had a massive lead going into that. This is both players struggling now with the hardest section here into the last quarter. And this gap just got a lot smaller. It's down to just a 2% accuracy difference now, with Window Life staying put, at the high 90%, and Ciccone all the way down to low 92s. Fortunately for him, not a lot of time left, but it's going to continue dropping. Ciccone continuing to struggle. Window Life built up a little bit more act, but back up it goes for Ciccone. 90. Wait, what just happened? He went from 91 to 90. Okay, whatever. Anyway, it's going to be Ciccone taking the first point by about 1% here. By the end, it's about 1.5% with that last pattern. And both players struggling a fair amount with various parts of that pick, but Ciccone emerging on top. And it's going to be a 1-0. Good first pick of his own protect. So the question for me here is, this is a reschedule into 9 a.m. Local time for Window Life. It's one thing I think playing that time on a weekend. I don't know. I mean, it is summer. I don't know what his IRL obligations look like. But that's a pretty early match in a tournament such as this one. It's one thing in a regular tournament where you've got a variety of different maps, but where all you're doing is shredding and you have to just like wake up first thing in the morning and hop straight into playing nothing but speed. I don't know. I wouldn't be opting into that if it were me, but clearly he's just built different, I guess. If you're a West Coast USA player, you're pretty used to playing at like 7, 8 a.m., 15, 16 UTC matches. It's just kind of a way of life. But usually that's on a Saturday or a Sunday. I don't know. It's going to be first pick S1 here for Window Life back-to-back matches, with this being first picked as a protected map. And we'll see if it goes as well for Window Life here as it did for aimbotcone in the previous match, where ninerik just ran out of the ability to play this map in the last few hundred combo and fell completely to pieces. These S1s have just been this absolute raw stamina, and early advantage Window Life by just shy of 2%. Looking reasonably solid so far in terms of accuracy. Ciccone, big drops, lot of hundreds there for Ciccone, dropping down below 94 now. Oh my goodness, goodbye Ciccone. All right, we'll see you guys in a couple minutes because this map just ended. It's 98 to 89. See ya. All right, I see nothing has changed. Yeah, this is just a 10% lead. All right, and Ciccone has pretty much stopped playing that for a while. Yeah, this is just brutal, man. I mean, if you don't have, like, absolutely remarkably strong stamina, it's 267 BPM, just endless stamina, there's not a lot of players who are going to be comfortable with this. And even Window Life, you can see dropping off a little bit here as we get towards the end. But damage long since done there. The double taps. Oh, the double taps. Double taps in Client 1 with hit downs on is really brutal, not gonna lie to you. Window Life starting to fall. Was at 98, 97 for a long time, and he has now evaporated, but fortunately for him, Ciccone evaporated a long time ago. 14% lead still. This map looks fun for a certain type of masochist, I suppose. But it's gonna be Window Life taking his own first pick here. It's going to be 1-1. Both protects used early. Both protects used successfully. And we will head into second pick for Ciccone. It's going to be the S5, so we're going to get Hades Gamma. It is 290 beats per minute. Very speedy fast, minute 18. It's short, but it is hard and it is fast. And my God, I don't know. This map is just pretty brutal. Window Life dropped to 93.32. Shoutouts Curtis, by the way. 98.66 accuracy on this in their match. That's really impressive stuff. Was not played between Ciccone and Rapus, as it was just ignored in that one, not picked or banned. So Ciccone unveiling this pick as his second selection in this matchup. It is the Fast. And away we go. If this goes as well for Ciccone as his first pick did, just these really high BPM picks for his first couple of selections. But on this one, does find the early break. Window Life going to have the lead early on. But based on how he played this in his first match, can't expect that to last all day. Gotta figure that he'll come back to earth at some point. But for now, holding on to a bit of an act lead with the 98% versus the 97.6. So not a big margin, just a couple hundreds. But Window Life gonna have his nose out in front until he doesn't. There go those 100 drops, and there goes that lead on over. Halfway through, what Ciccone can do. Bunch of hundreds drop. That's a lot of hundreds on that stream. Window Life SS the first part of it. Will build himself just a tiny bit of a lead. It's 2% accuracy. Ciccone continuing to struggle a little bit here. All the way down 95, but there's a big drop from Window Life. Drops himself down to 97.5. Ciccone, though, struggling still. 94%. Still a quarter of the map to go. Still time. If Window Life's stamina and speed run out in the last quarter of the map, this is comebackable. This is doable for Ciccone, but he's got to hold the act up as high as he can and hope for the best out of Window Life, who is doing much better on this than he did the first time around. The accuracy holding up near 98. He's going to be over 98 into the ending. Let's see. It's going to be 97.99. Will the spinner give him a 98? No, it will not. It's going to be 97.99. What a remarkable turnaround for Window Life. Again, 93.32 on this one. In his last match against Curtis, all the way up to 97.99. Cuts his hundreds from 51 down to 16. And that is an early break point. And yeah, Ciccone just as surprised as the rest of us. He saw what Window Life did his first match, and he is just shocked. I don't know, maybe Window Life was sandbagging this pick a little, wanted to bait Ciccone into picking it. That would be some pretty massive brain strats if true. I don't suspect that is probably the case, but that is still a pretty remarkable result. He's going to say bad day about a match that he won 7-4 over Curtis. Not so sure about that one. But what it means is that Window Life is going to have the break point in his pocket, and he's going to have the next pick as well. It's going to be S10. It's going to be S10. Ladies and gentlemen, we have base cannon. It is 280, 140. So is this just doubled? And it's literally just no aim, stream practice at high BPM. Very fast Window Life and Ciccone tapping at incredibly high speed. And if you get that reference, I don't know. You are as old as me. I wonder if the Pishy edit is still around. Google does not find it anymore. Base cannon, ladies and gentlemen. Minute 28 seconds. Quote unquote 140 BPM. In we go. Who will survive? Who will advance through this pick with the dub in hand? Here it goes. Oh, okay, well, it's over. I guess Ciccone has to double tap this, so this is literally already over. Wow. I am not often left speechless. It is my job to say words, and it's also my job sometimes to write words. It is not every day that I am rendered speechless, but here we are at 12:20 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time in the losers bracket in finals week here, Ciccone versus Windowlife in ESSA. Let it be known that I have no words for what I'm witnessing currently. And well, yeah, that was the freest point I think I've ever seen in my life. I guess good pick. I guess good pick for Windowlife. I don't know. That was bizarre. Well, moving on. Moving on. We're just gonna go S12. Let's forget what just happened. It is the Dark. It's the Fergus map. I believe this was banned last match. So it's Fergus, which means it's probably Breakcore or Breakcore adjacent. 320 BPM. Yeah, that's Breakcore, all right. Oh, that is Breakcore for sure. This is custom from like not. This is a custom from last year. Dach Open. Which means it's going to be a Fergus speed map that has a set, and there's a DTable, air quotes DTable diff. I don't know if this really counts as DTable. It's 320 BPM, but we'll see how the players do, I guess. And Windowlife, you know, he's backed up the breakpoint. He has the 3-1 lead. So all he has to do is find good picks of his own the rest of the way through. Anything beyond that would be gravy. Ciccone now going to be fighting an uphill battle the rest of the way until he can find a breakpoint back. And this one's staying close through the early stages. I think this is the type of map that both these guys are probably similarly matched on. They're both, you know, not amazing, not bad at this either. And you can see the accuracy just a couple hundreds apart and swinging back and forth with every miss with all the 50s and 100s that are being dropped. Starting to separate, though, a little bit for Ciccone. Up 2% now. But that's not a lot, really, in the grand scheme of things, especially on a short pick. There goes Windowlife again, though, dropping a little bit more act. See how long Ciccone can hold on. Gets above the 90% for the first time in a while. Windowlife continuing to struggle a bit here in this middle section. And that lead grows more. Ciccone getting the rhythm, getting this into the swing of things here with a big combo, 400 for him, and he's over 92 AC. And that is probably all it's going to take on this one, as there is a third still to go, but he just looks much more comfortable than the counterpart. Side of Windowlife has never really been able to quite regain the lost act from earlier. There are a few drops from Ciccone, though. He drops down back near the 90% mark. If he continues struggling into the ending, this is feasible for Windowlife, but he needs to hold as well, and that's not really happening. That gap staying steady at the 2%. Both players struggling a bit in the last sections. And into the ending we will go. It's going to be a Ciccone point, so trying to right the ship here, regain some of that momentum that he gave away. And that is his second point on the board now. Needed that one, and he got it. By about a 2% margin. And it's going to be the instant S11 pick. So we are going Rubik's Cube, Chaos's Expert DT, 260 BPM. Going to be kind of, you know, quote unquote, like speed stream farm in the sense that it's a little more comfortable flow, but still very, very challenging, of course. Windowlife did play this against Curtis, and it was a really good pick for him there. 98 accuracy, 781K. Not that that really matters as much in that matchup. Meanwhile, Ciccone played it as well against Rafis, but he was down at 95%, so definitely not as comfortable on this pick in his first attempt at it this week. Did still win it, of course, but a fair bit behind the mark set by Windowlife. We'll see if Windowlife can recapture that magic of the 98 plus AC on this, or if Ciccone can maybe improve on his performance, because he's gonna need to if he wants to have a chance at a break point right here. Early stages, it's going about as you would expect. 98 for Windowlife, down at sub 95 for Ciccone. Only a quarter of the way through. Tons and tons of time. But Windowlife definitely looking the more comfortable of the two through the first portion of the map. Obviously, the long stream section to come after this PI, but Windowlife's going to have a big advantage going into it at this rate. It's going to be over 3% heading into that portion of the map. And, oh. It's just aim in this. Never mind. Okay, here's the longer streams. All right, good. I wasn't completely fooled. Couple breaks do come in for Windowlife. Ciccone recovering some accuracy, but back down below 95 again. And it's going to be a pretty sizable lead for Windowlife. Still a third of the map to go. Still the entire last PI. There's a decent amount of time in combo left. But that lead is 2% and not looking to go really anywhere. Ciccone's got a solid combo, but he's just not able to get the accuracy gap closed. We will see if anything can change in the last quarter of the map. There is still time, you know, you've got this key change, you've got the last section, some intense portions still to come. 1.6% lead Windowlife, still hanging on. Into the ending we will come. One more big, long, stamina-draining stream, and there goes Ciccone, just can't play that section very well. And that's going to be advantage Windowlife, that's going to be Windowlife to take the pick. And he will, in fact, improve. He will improve on his score. He goes from 98.03 all the way to 98.47. Very well done for Windowlife. Superior combo, somewhat surprisingly perhaps for Ciccone, but 92 AC. Dropped his AC down by over 2% this match compared to the first time. And Windowlife maintains the breakpoint advantage, pushing it to 4-2, the lead now. We are going to go into Crystallized once more. This time it's going to be a pick from Ciccone. Windowlife played this against Curtis, 96.35. Ciccone played this. Oh my god! You guys? These guys tied accuracy on this in their first matches. They tied. Both of them got exactly 96.35% on this in their first match this week, in this round. I am actually mind blown right now. Wow. I had to do a double take. I thought I had the same MP open twice there for a second, but no. They both got 96.35% accuracy on this. All right, well, we're in for a fucking banger. This is going to be hype. Not every day you see accuracy ties. And certainly not on a pool like this, on a map like this, so. I am prepared. I hope you're prepared. As you should probably know by now, we saw this in the first match today, so everybody should be familiar with this map. It's kind of light tech. You know, this is an older tech map. This is from, I want to say, 2017, so it doesn't have, you know, some of the modern stylings of tech where you see the crazy sliders and wild, wacky cut streams and stuff like that. It is a little more straightforward, bursts, some more standard sliders, kick slider jumps, and of course the big finger control section at the start of the second half of the map. And we'll see who can handle all of that better and emerge victor. I believe it was ninerik taking this when we saw it earlier. Who wins it this time around into the first drop, first meaningful section of this map. And it is aimbotcone maintaining a 1% accuracy lead at the 1/3 mark. Not that you're doing too badly, but a couple extra drops there from Window Life. The misses hurting him. Just below 97. aimbotcone holding on. There's another couple hundreds in the slider rate from Window Life. aimbotcone does break his combo, but the accuracy staying all right. 1%. 1.1% accuracy lead for aimbotcone at the halfway mark. With an S rank still alive, just slider breaks. And it will be a build-up, some jumps, a stream, and then you have a finger control section. It's got everything, double, triples, and quints. We'll see who plays it stronger this time. Will it be decisive in this match the way it felt like it was last time around? Here we go. It's going to be a break coming into it from Window Life. A big drop and 2% accuracy lead for aimbotcone. Let's see if he can keep that alive. Big combo, 400 in through this section. Both players holding strong. Hundreds here and there. But aimbotcone comes out with the advantage still intact, 2%. 1% higher accuracy than the last time he played this. Window Life 1% lower than the last time he played this. Does still have time, though. We've seen some players drop accuracy on the ending before. But that's a big 50 drop for Window Life, even with the misses coming in towards the end. This is just all aimbotcone all the time. That's very well done, maintaining that accuracy through that big PI section. He's going to improve his accuracy by quite a bit. Window Life's going to drop his accuracy by quite a bit. And that is going to be point again to aimbotcone, so maintains still just the 1 breakpoint difference between the teams, between the players. Sorry, I haven't casted a 1v1 in several weeks. Between the players, it's going to be 4-3. Window Life will take the lead into his next pick, but aimbotcone still nipping at his heels, still refusing to go away. Doesn't want to give up any more than that 1 break point that Window Life had to steal by force.
Oh, hola. Uh, Timanchi? uh, what do you mean, Bayern? But yeah, hello everyone. I'm a bit late. Just had a wonderful asynchronous match. It did not go well, but this match is going wonderfully right now. 3-4. Just waiting for T1G to come back actually. What's my boy? Hello Window Life, hello aimbotcone. But yeah, okay, we shall see the S6 pick coming from Window Life as he got the breakpoint recently, it seems.
I will admit, I was not prepared to have someone just randomly show up in commentary. I'm not going to lie. I was not prepared. I was unready. But yeah, I guess here we are. We're heading it straight into the S6 pick. So stillborn 320 BPM. I believe we did see at the very least Window Life playing this in his previous match, 94.4 AC there. aimbotcone 91.83. So you got to figure this is going to be favored to Window Life, as his own picks have mostly been.
No, not the best of start for aimbotcone as he's down 13% accuracy. But Window Life just showing who's the boss right now in this pick. 320 BPM burst, just absolutely destroying everyone's finger right now. 6% now, still climbing for Ciccone as he gains his grip. There's a lot more of these bursts that's going to come from every corner.
This map is absolutely just brutal on the high BPM stamina front. I mean, it's 4 minutes long of just constant 320 BPM bursts and streams, and this seems to be something that Windowlife has a bit of an advantage on. Even if Ciccone has the combo lead, it's going to be Windowlife just the superior comfort level as evidenced by the accuracy lead being over 4%.
Yeah, despite Ciccone's massive combo advantage right now, that is not the win condition, sadly. The accuracy difference definitely shrinking, but so does the time span where he can actually recover as he draws plenty of 100 on those bursts. The plus sliders coming in yet again, Windowlife finding some 100s, but Ciccone finding a lot more than that.
This Ciccone combo is actually ridiculous, by the way. Like, you've got to give him credit for being able to maintain the 1500 plus combo. He needs Windowlife to come back to him on the accuracy, and that does not seem to be happening. So Ciccone is going to have to hold a lot of high act throughout the back half of the map, and the hundreds coming through more and more, not really going to work in his favor.
Yes, the map just progresses. It's getting harder and harder to increase your accuracy. Both players just maintaining that 3% accuracy difference throughout. Windowlife not making any massive blunders throughout these bursts and jumps. And with not much mistakes to be found, Ciccone left scrounging for any sort of chance to come back in this game despite his 2000 combo so far.
It's not every day you see somebody putting up a 2000 combo on a map like this and still losing it. Unfortunate, just the accuracy difference in this win con. It's 2% to Windowlife, and continuing to hold steady. Ciccone, I mean, you got to give him credit. He's built his accuracy back up from something like 90, 91 up to the 93s, but Windowlife has not dropped enough, and there goes the stamina for Ciccone. Drops a big set of misses, and if he had any chance at a comeback in the ending here, it is probably just evaporated in front of him.
Yeah, only a fraction of the map remains, and there's just not much chances to come back on this one. 2.7%, it's getting closer, but not fast enough as we just going to go into the last minute of the remaining of this map. Some more bursts, but other than that, nothing in the desert of Windowlife.
Windowlife, the representative perhaps of Death Valley, California here, his home state. No Oasis for Ciccone, and that is going to be a very solid win. He's looked so good on all of his own picks so far here, taking the 5-2 lead. That's 4 points won for Windowlife in a row on his own picks. And just, I mean, this one, it narrowed a bit, right? I mean, it came down to 2.5% at the end, but Ciccone never able to make it all the way back up. And Windowlife maintains the breakpoint lead into Ciccone's next pick.
Yeah, and oh, what? Okay, we're not gonna waste any time, D1G. S8, we're going straight with the cycle hit. Definitely the Hood's classic.
Yeah, we had this one played in the previous match between ninerik and aimbotcone, and it was an absolute banger there. ninerik going off with a ridiculous score. I think he said about a 97 act play. We'll see if somebody can do the same thing this time around. If nothing else, you might as well pick the bangers, but I think this is a pretty decent one for Ciccone anyway. A lot of different skill sets represented. You've got the longer streams, shorter bursts, cut flow streams, and of course, you know, kind of like the kick slider jumps and sliders in general. So a lot to offer on one of the most famous maps in Osu.
Alongside AR 10.7 is going to pose some reading challenge. Turn your gamma up, get your tapping as well. It's about to be a bloodbath. Spark definitely the hold the front door. Right. It seems we have a technical issue on the side of Ciccone. I suppose we're going to reset soon enough.
Yeah, I gotta figure there's gonna be an abort coming through here. Hopefully, referee is aware. All right, I believe that was the abort there, so I think we should be set to get it restarted. Not sure what happened, but it should be all good. Just let Chikone. Okay, his PC lagged. Welcome to Osu, where your game lagging is just kind of a daily occurrence, unfortunately.
Just a bit of a part of the dice sometimes. Every time you start a map, you roll 100. When you roll below like 10, it just absolutely freezes. Alright, I've done that. Not going to take too long now. Just kinda teasing what's going to happen. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw this in the pool and I just prayed that we get to see it at least once, and now it's being played in back-to-back matches here this morning, so very excited about that. And Chikone comes back in with the game restarted, things reset, hopefully no more lag, and we can actually get our big hype DT pick here in just a matter of moments. I think we'll learn a lot from just the first section, the first streams, the first build up into the first part of the song, and we'll just be off to the races from there.
Yeah, absolutely. I do feel like that first part is the biggest roadblock in this entire map, the hardest part I feel throughout the entirety of the song. Just the techie, the cut string, the 1, 2, the doubles, everything in between. And we're about to witness it in a few seconds, T1G.
And both players looking good through here. They got through all the triples, all the stream. It is the accuracy supremacy for Windowlife, but into this first drop we're going to go, and this is where things get crazy fast. The flow, the cut streams, the bursts, and you can see both players having their trouble, but it's Chikone with a tiny little lead, just a couple hundreds. Let's see if he makes it out of the section alive, and wow, look at that 0.1% coming out of the slider.
Absolutely, Windowlife dropping some massive misses, but so does Chikone. But this second section not going to be as intense, but it is going to be as decisive as the lead. Just absolutely shrinks for the both of them, 0.5 difference. But the misses coming from Chikone. Windowlife traces it, but not by much.
That was a big chain miss for Chikone, dropped him down into the low 94s. Then Windowlife now will see if he can build on this advantage through the Camellia section of the song here. Can he escape out of it, makes it through the stream and the Buzz Sliders. 96 ac for Windowlife. Very well done through that portion. 1.5% accuracy lead in his favor.
It's gonna stay that way throughout this slow section. And yet again, we're just awaiting throughout this intermezzo for the third part, which is kind of a slider aim part, but still very tricky. Here comes the burst once again, the streams, good old, same old, they hear it, of course they do. And now going to this one.
Into the C show section, and it's some act drops from Windowlife. He had a big lead, but that has evaporated. Barely over 96, and just below it is Chikone. This is a 0.06% accuracy difference at the 2/3 mark. You know, all we have left is this quiet section into the crescendo, the collab portion of the song, the most intense portion of the map, and it is going to be nearly dead even coming into it.
Absolutely, Chikone getting any advantage that he can, writing his mantra Pekko with his 900 combo, but once again, combo is not a winning condition but he's still holding it very nicely. Nonetheless, will it mess him up? Trying to hold his accuracy. Will it make him nervous? Here comes the last Kia soon enough, T1G.
This is as much hype as you could hope for. It's a 0.4% accuracy gap, Windowlife with the advantage, but it's just one section left of the song to determine who's going to come home with the W on this point.
The finger control, the doubles coming in, everyone is assessing. Chikone drops 100 right now, but Windowlife drops to 50. There's the tray of 100. Here comes the shove, here comes the stream. There, Chikone takes it back.
It's by 0.2%. Grabs himself the advantage for the first time all map, and into the ending we're gonna go Windowlife dropping some more, and it looks like Chikone might have done it. No, it's a big drop on the stream. Wait, he falls. The stream catches Ciccone out and Window Life takes over the point in the last second.
Oh, that's tragic. The last possible string to mess up on, and Ciccone bites the bullet. And Window Life is on match point, T1G.
I mean, that's just tragic. He did so much work in that the final hard section, but that last stream in the entire song, the chain misses and hundreds and fifties. Oh, you hate to see it for Ciccone, man. That is a shame. But I mean, Window Life, you got to give him credit for keeping the accuracy where it needed to be, putting himself in the position to take advantage of Ciccone's drops. And now his own pick, 6-3 up, match points the rest of the way for Window Life. And he is in the driver's seat of this match.
Yeah, and it's up to him now to deliver the finishing blow. Just once again, such a tragic chain miss in the end. Yeah, indeed, you hate to see it. No, okay. What are we thinking here? Alright, never mind. He's just gonna tell us. It's S15, a lasting promise with hard rock, of course, 270 BPM. Lots and lots of long streams this time around.
Yeah, when you take a late stage Nomad 5 and then you put hard rock on it, you're making that precision flow just a little more difficult. The speed is already hard enough in this, plus the finger control thrown in with some of the smaller bursts. And, you know, kind of a couple slider patterns here and there. This is such a challenge. And it seems like the sort of area where Window Life has been very strong in this match. So this BPM 270 has worked well for him. And it just needs to work well for him one more time to close out the match. This was his closing pick in the last match as well. Finished off Curtis with a 96.43 AC play on this same map. Looking to go back-to-back matches, finishing them off with the same selection. In fact, it was the last map for Ciccone as well, might I say. They both played this last in their previous match, and they are potentially playing it last in this one as well. Ciccone had the advantage by about 0.3 AC was all, so very, very close scores.
Yeah, it's going to be quite a poetic ending for Window Life. He is able to pull this off, and right now, he is indeed pulling it.
Big lead early on here for Window Life. Ciccone struggling with the intro, but that is just the smallest portion of this map. That at gap can drop in a hurry, and there it goes indeed. Window Life struggled in the next section.
Yeah, the long streams absolutely drains your stamina after the 9 maps that you've been playing. 270 BPM just feels a bit too heavy at times, and now Ciccone once again in the lead. But will he find those tragic misses once more? I hope not. He wants to keep this match alive, and this is going to be set ablaze by his performance. 2% accuracy advantage, and Window Life complaining about aim.
Yeah, it was a miss aim on one of those streams that caused a couple of those misses. I understand where he's coming from with that writing, but still just continuing to struggle a little bit. That being said, this is still staying relatively close. It's only 1.4% apart. I mean, a few 50s, maybe a miss or two from Ciccone. There it is. It's a chain miss. It's now just down to 1%. That didn't affect his hack as much as I thought it would, but still, it's close. It's 0.7, 0.8%.
Yeah, we're gonna stay at the 1% section right now. Last section. Will we find some comedy, some tragedy, some opera, some drama into the last stream? Ciccone is down 0.1. Will it happen again, T1G?
My God, just the last couple patterns here. He's just got to hold on in the very, very ending, and it looks like he's done enough this time. He's gonna avoid the absolute tragedy twice in a row. Gets a break point back. Stays alive in the match with the score going to 6-4. His own pick to come.
And yeah, Ciccone now only behind by once again 1 break point, and with only such a limited choice of map, there's literally what, 2 left remaining exactly, or is it more? Am I blind? I guess we won't have time, actually.
Yeah, I don't even know. We didn't get to look at the map pool screen at all, because we just went instantly into S3 here. So we're going Death Echo DT, 300 BPM for almost 3 minutes. This has seemed like the domain of Window Life in this match, but Chacone clearly feels like he's more comfortable with it here.
Absolutely, but it's going to be tough nonetheless. Here we go. I'm just syncing up. Thank you, Venture. Here we go. Into S3. Death Echo.
Don't worry about what happens in the first 200 combo of this one, because it is, you know, nearly 3 minutes long. Total combo is you know, nearly 1700. So a lot of time to build up the combo, build up the accuracy, even if there's a discrepancy early on. And it's, I mean, 2% is just a few hundreds at this stage of things. Both players looking reasonably comfortable so far.
Absolutely, just keeping it tight and simple. 0.2% difference, like as we get into another bursty section into the off. No one finding a miss in the aim. Window Life still 0.4% ahead, but there's still 3/4 of the map to go to 1G.
Yeah, there is indeed a lot of time. A little bit of a miss aim there from Chacone. Not going to be the end of the world. Still only 0.6% apart. We'll see if Window Life can maintain some act, though, and try to build that out. Take advantage of any of the hundreds and misses that Chacone might find, but they're both really looking strong on this. Those accuracies now dead, even just 100 or 2 apart.
Absolutely, and just a bit there, it was indeed even, but needs once again in the center of Chacone by a tiny margin. Half of the map remains, and there is an eternity left for things to go wrong for now.
There is so much time and so much combo left. Chacone with the 0.2% lead, though. Can he hold on to it? Can he continue to build it up? There's another miss from Window Life. They actually dropping down a little bit more. It's now more like 0.5, 0.6%. Is Chacone going to find his second win in the back half of this match? He's looking good so far in the effort to do just that.
One bad hair, they will ruin his play right here. Chacone needs to keep that grind going. Window Life dropping some more 100s, but it's not a deciding mistake just yet. There's still a quarter of the map left to go. Window Life drops more 100s and misses. Chacone trades a tiny bit, but he's staying still at the 97, now down to 96.
Chacone just dropped a full % accuracy. He can't afford to do anything like that again. Window Life closing the gap down. 0.8% is all that separated them for a while there. But Chacone, another bit of a drop. It's coming down to the wire. It's coming down to the last seconds. And I think Chacone might have just done enough.
One more section, the one more burst. He gets 1, he gets 2, 3 to the 4. Heads up on the floor. Okay. He's keeping this alive, T1G.
And that is 2 match points Chacone has fought off now. And that was a nail biter the entire way through into the very end. I mean, just one section away, one poorly played stream could have meant doom. But he held on, and now Window Life, last pick of the match to try to close it out, to try to avoid the tiebreaker. It's going to be the S2 pick. About all that's left, it was between the S2 and the S13, I think were those the only maps left? But we're gonna get Apocalypse. It's just 234. A slow map by the standards of this match.
Oh boy. Yeah, usually you see like loosen speed with double time, but this is just straight up 234 BPM, which is quite fun. Nearly 9 star. Oh my goodness. Can Chacone take this win and get himself a chance to redeem the ticket to the grand finals with this one by forcing a tiebreaker, or will it not go his way? God, English is hard. But anyways, let's go into this map, T1G.
This is the big moment here. Window Life with his last opportunity to close this out. Chacone trying to clutch it with another match point defense to try to send it to the TB.
Live acting as a goalkeeper right now, but aimbotcone sharp as ever with the offense. Still, the difference of basically 2 100s. Nothing much just yet. Here comes the stream. Clean as a butter. I don't think that's how it goes. But right now, they're both spotless, I tell you.
This is great performance so far from these two on this map, which was, of course, a custom from a previous tournament. Xylus's Solo Speed Showdown, the original site of this one. And these players seeing it here, and that's a big drop from aimbotcone all the way down to 96 AC. 2 minutes and 37 seconds mean it's going to be a little harder to bring that back, and there's a lot more hundreds. The stamina starting to fall apart a little bit for aimbotcone. Windowlight still maintaining a spotless 99 AC.
Absolutely, but one chain is May, and it's not over till it's over into the stream, but aimbotcone absolutely fumbles that one. Window Life not looking to throw this away. He got the kill shot. He got the crosshair on his head. All he needs to do is to click. aimbotcone saying GG, but you never know what could happen. Window Life still needs to just secure this entirety of things. There's still some time left, but we'll be back. We'll be back. Don't worry, Stiwaji. Oh no! Wait!
Wait, did Window Life DC? Hang on. No, okay, it's client. It's client. It's client.
Okay. Alhamdulillah. Let's go,
it's client. We're okay. Deep breaths, everybody. We're fine. Window Life is still here and he's still ahead. He'll have to catch up in the client a little bit, but we're good. Deep breaths. It's a 3% lead, but there's still a third of the map to go.
Absolutely. Here comes another stream section as they both sync up into the last part of this entirety of the map. Window Life drops of 50, but nothing. Okay, hold the front door.
Oh dear, Window Life.
No. Oh no! Will he fumble? Is there a chance, Trianji?
There's a chance. The opportunity is there. Window Life in the big chain as it goes over.
Oh my god! There's no way! But that's the same as but they plus the skill 10! 0.1%! aimbotcone with a massive 100! Window Life trying to calm down, trying to calm his nerve, trying to quell this fire! 0.5%! Last stream! Can he actually secure it? Why is it frozen? Window Life not finding any mistakes though.
No.
If he keeps on playing, I think it's done. Man.
I love the tourney client. Another amazing performance and another amazing ending ruined by the tourney client. You hate to see it, man. Window Life is going to take it. He did win it. I would love to have known how the ending actually happened, but it's Window Life to succeed and to take the point in the 7-5 victory regardless. I have no idea what actually happened. Don't know the final results of the percentages on that one. All I know is that Window Life won it. Both players instantly left the lobby because in a speed tournament, you speed run leaving the lobby as well. And that's Window Life securing himself top 3 is what that is.
Oh, that was literally anybody's game here. It was indeed quite a 50-50. But House wins and Window Life takes it all. Damn. Yeah, 0.5% difference, T1G. Could have not gotten any closer, especially in such a short map.
Absolutely. Just an insane back and forth there, and you gotta have some sympathy for aimbotcone, man. The hard work to bring this one back from 6-3, get a couple of points to make it seem like it might have been doable, but Window Life just shuts the door. So he gets a matchup now against aimbotcone in the losers bracket final. And the winner of that will face off against ninerik, who has looked simply impeccable in this tournament so far. And that'll be an amazing Grand Finals weekend. Woo. But for now, I'm going to say congratulations to Window Life, congratulations to ninerik. Thank you all for watching. Thank you, Black Tab, for joining in to bring some hype to the last stages of this map. And we will see everyone, I believe it will be tomorrow on Tuesday. Not entirely sure the time, 15-17 UTC, somewhere in that vicinity. It'll be the Grand Finals map pool showcase to find out what these players will be facing off on in the hardest pool, in the most important final pool of this tournament. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Congratulations to our winners. Hope everybody has a great day.
Bye-bye.